Hello, hello. I know I'm doing heavy sighs and grounding. That energy is crazy. Let's ground in. So take that moment, put your hand on your chest, remind yourself that you are here, you are alive, you are breathing. All right. So grounding in. Drop a hello. Let me know how you're doing. I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. Comedies, drop a question, JD, because I want to answer a question for you. So what is on your mind? How's it going, baby? Thank you for the lightning bolts. I'm electric, right? Hello, hello. Okay, when will you be in Florida? Okay. Time for nap in reverse. So this feels, and this is an observation I had today. So this time for nap in reverse, you've been waiting too long to move your feet. Right? So there's something that you need to do. And I use this example. I'm like, am I the problem? Am I just playing and having too much fun and I haven't started moving in the correct destination? So comedies with time for nap in reverse, there's something on your side that you need to put into action to get to Florida. Right? Like speaking your intention out into the world. If you say to the universe, I want to be in Florida by June, I know that feels really close, but you start putting out there, this is your expectation, the universe will say, bet, we'll rearrange it. But also keeping an open mind, not demanding, oh, it has to come in this way, saying, okay, it's going to come in for me because I've spoken my intention, what I want into the universe. It's only a matter of time before it becomes reality. So start speaking it is what I want you to do, comedies. All right. Hello, hello. I'm Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. I was reading for comedies. He always comes in. He shows me love. I don't normally answer personal questions. We'll see. We're going to do collective energy reads, right? And comedies, does that help, baby? I feel like you've been slow to make a move on something, but instead of hesitating, I need you to start being decisive, right? Instead of saying, I don't know if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Okay. All right. Let us see. Okay, so I wasn't going to do collective, or I wasn't going to do anything other than collective. Bianca, you did ask. I will answer about appeal. Chariot, so this is forward movement. It has to do with whatever family, family, right? So make sure that you are moving from your heart in whatever these matters are, and you'll be okay. All right, and this could be coming around June, July, area and time, because it is Cancerian energy. It's going to move swift though, but make sure that you are moving not from ego or pain or wounding. Make sure that you're moving from heart-centered love, and that takes taming some of your own little beast within. All right, so make sure that you aren't saying things out of anger. Do some more observing right now and listening versus responding. Don't come for me. I'd rather give you tough love advice than be like, oh, no, we're going to give you the tough love advice. So make sure that you are watching your temper, your anger, and whatever this is, it will all be revealed. Okay? All right. So I am Lara Joe, Siren Song Lover. We are doing collective tarot. If you are wanting my time, one-on-one, asking questions, that is actually paying for my time, right? It's reciprocity. It's energy exchange. You feed me, I feed you. So that is that energy, right? Okay, so let's see what else we need to know. Whatever we have going on, it needs to be family and heart-centered. And I'm talking about family, like healthy family dynamics. If you don't know what healthy family dynamics look like for you yet, it is time to sit down and figure out what family and love is and what it isn't, right? That's a big part. We think, oh, enduring is love. No, because when you look at that other person's actions, you're like, it was abusive. It was trying to keep me in a like subservient place, and that's no for us. So recognizing love feels safe, you feel comfortable, you don't feel like you're walking on eggshells, does not feel like slamming doors, right? That's all dysregulation to your nervous system. So recognizing, okay, what does love feel like? What does it not? All right. So 10 of coins sideways. Our financial success has been turned sideways right now. It's, are you doing the things, the steps that you need to be doing? Are you coming again from love, or are you coming from an ego place or hurt place? All right, baby. So we are doing collective energy reads. I'm not answering personal questions unless you're paying for my time, right? So with, and then star sideways. We forgot about what it is that we truly wanted. And that's where resentment comes in. When you are feeding, because star is dream, it's wish fulfillment, right? It's wishing upon a star what you could be if you didn't have to wear everybody else's cloak. It's, you forgot what it was that you were dreaming of, right? And prioritizing, and this could be trying to prioritize elder family members' ideals of what family, love, money looks like. But you have to realize you came here to do differently than they did, right? So, time to rise above. It is time to recognize what you enjoy, what you love, what feels like family to you. So lots of fast forward movement and or centering on happiness, but we do have the Three of Pentacles. Is that imbalance. Okay, so what have we been putting our finances into that is not paying back to us? All right, and that is a huge part too, is people that want to see you succeed are going to pour into you, whether that's time, money, energy, compliments, good ideas, all of those things. So who have you been pouring into that is pouring into you, and who do you have that you're pouring into and you're not ever actually receiving any type of reciprocity? It's great that, you know, because people always want to come in and take from you. It's like, okay, but you took from me when I was at my worst time, and now you want to come back and you want to enjoy the fruits of my labor when I succeed big. No, recognizing who gave, okay, so this is a big part. If you're going through a hard time, I need you to look at who gives you a hard time when you're already having a hard time, right? Who is continually on you even when you're already struggling, and they know that, because that's not truly a friend or loving. That's them trying to get one. You know, you're already at your lowest. Why are they going to help you become even lower? So a lot of us are going to have to learn, hey, abuse is not love, right? Okay, Sun, and when you go through these clarities, okay, you're going to come to a realization, and you'll be like, that wasn't really a friend. But realizing with or without anyone else, you have made it through 100% of your hardest days, right? So this is that whole with or without that situation, you're going to make it through to your end goal. So why you can be upset that that person wasn't for you, or you can be upset that you have to cut them out, yet when you were at your lowest, right, you were crying, they weren't around. So you don't have to bring them with you, right? Okay, so there's a lot, and I'm not answering personal questions, but this is just kind of we'll answer like collectively, okay? A lot of us are gonna have to, like the money economy, like the economy is gonna get tight for everyone. and resources are going to get tight for everyone. So a lot of us are going to have to learn, okay, what skills can we trade? What services can we trade? What things do we make that we can trade? So a lot of what's going to happen is we're going to start forming more communities. I know that doesn't feel like that helps you potentially right now. Yet it's that whole, even if we are fired, there are other ways to learn how to make money, whether it be mentoring someone online, whether it be starting your own community and figuring out resources. So I know the job market looks hella scary right now, right? And the financials look scary, but this is where we're going to have to learn how to lean on each other, lean on our community, and learning how to share and reciprocate so that we're all taken care of. Okay? So even if there are no jobs in the market right now, it's like, okay, what little niche-y thing do you love that you can bring forth so others can enjoy it? I spoken to someone a few weeks ago, and I was like, celebrities are going to be going by the wayside, and truly, like, everyday heroes that can teach each other things, that's the way of how we're going to be going. Because people want to learn from real people, or we want to enjoy and, have actual interactions, not just a celebrity, right? There's more common people out here living the daily life than there are celebrities, so... Sarah, we're doing a collective energy read. So this is all general message. If you don't get it, if you don't get the messages in there, I'm not spoon feeding, baby. That's paying for my time. Gut feeling is no, Sharon. It feels like it came through a scammy way. And that's, maybe, but it doesn't feel like it. Okay. 7 of Cups, this is watching what we put in our cups. And if someone will do something dirty to you, they'll do it, like if they'll do it with you, they'll do it to you. Right? So 7 of Cups, make sure that you are checking each of the cups because salt and sugar look the same, yet they have very catastrophic differences. So, 7 of Cups, making sure you're putting good emotions in your love cup. All right. 3 of Wands, we are trying to make that progress in the process of building our passion. So we are actually climbing. Yet you have to recognize if they can't build with you or if they're not good for your long-term mission, you need to be willing to leave them behind. Right? Not everybody has the athletic agility to climb the stairs, so you can't wait and hold up your progress or what you're building for them. I've had enough experience that I look and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad that person did not continue with me. I thought I couldn't live without them, and now I'm glad that they never stayed, right? 4 of Wands, and I talk about it, right? We've been talking about is building what is happy for you. 4 of Wands is finding that stability, finding that happiness. There are 4 walls to a home. Just like in happiness and stability, there are 4 wands, right? So are you going to make the effort to find your happiness and your stability, or are you going to get stuck in the wrong decisions? All right, Ozzy, my love, we're doing collective energy reads. I'm not answering personals. Personals are paid, right? If you want to talk about it and have dedicated energy to you, that's, paying for my time, feeding my ancestors. Okay, the world, we have to close out the chapters, right? This is saying, yes, that past version of me was not fun. But if you are wanting happiness, you're wanting that sunshine, you have to be willing to keep stepping forward. So the world we're going to celebrate what we learned, but we're not going to stay stuck there forever because happiness is ahead of you. I did tell someone, because I'm like, when you're young, you still have so many people. We always think like, oh, that huge heartbreak when we're a teenager, right? Yet you have so many people that you have yet to meet that are going to love you and that you're going to love in this lifetime. Right? I was talking to a lady today and she's like, oh yeah, because I had said something about like, oh, your husband. And she's like, oh no, he's just a good guy friend. She's like, he and I are both widowers. And I was like, that works, right? You don't have to define, you don't know who you're going to love and meet in this lifetime. And even after passing, like, these are two elderly people who they both had lost their partners, and now they find companionship in running around in errands together. So love is going to change and transform over time, yet we don't know what life brings us and how we are going to experience love in so many levels. So keep going, right? Okay. The Moon, 5 of Pentacles, and Knight of Wands. There's something here that we were not seeing, like people were withholding money, energy, attention, time. It was like a secrecy thing, right? Knight of Wands, they were trying to be fiery, passionate, get away with XYZ and leave you out struggling. It's going to come to the light, right? As you shed light on your own situation and your own life. On the bottom was Hierophant, so even on the institution, these things won't be able to keep happening anymore. 5 of Wands, there's that conflict, struggle. It's time, though, to recognize, okay, if it's just fighting over here, I don't have time for that. Right? There's sometimes with me, I'm like, I don't have time for the drama. I've got bigger things to do. So 5 of Wands is just saying, okay, if this feels like chaos, if this feels like drama, if this feels like fighting, I've got better things to do with my time. Even with stubborn-ass people, it's like, you know what? I've got better things to be doing. You're wasting my time. And if that offends people, that's too bad. Right? You don't have time for other people's drama. You don't have time to clean up other people's messes. You got big things to do. If you don't have big things to do, come sit with me. We'll help you find the big thing for you to do. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, Bianca, I already answered that a long time ago, babe. You were one of two only answers I answered, but Queen of Pentacles, we're going to be having financial success. We're going to feel abundant. We're going to be able to nurture ourselves and those around us. So Queen of Pentacles, when you tap into what's going on in your realm, like, okay, Virgo energy is you go within, so you don't go without. So Bianca, that was where I was talking about being like, watch your mouth, make sure that you're observing more than you're saying right now, and moving from your heart space, not from wounding or from ego. Okay? I spent like a long time talking about it for you, girl. That's why I'm kind of... Yeah. And that's normally why I don't stop and answer personals, because then I stop and I take a long time talking about it and then people didn't get it, or yeah, it's one of those, come sit and talk with me, book a read with me, right? If you come in and I resonate with you, then consider actually paying for my time, because I talk about it a lot. We go very deep, but it's because it's one-on-one, it's personalized, versus a collective. There's 5 people in this collective that are showing, at least, and then I have another collective running with other people, so it's not just one person's energy, it's everybody in the internet. So it gets very muddled and messy, right, and distorted when you have a lot of people pulling on you. Okay, this is King of Pentacles, though. We are bringing in counterpart energy. We're going to be able to, this is legacy energy, right? This is building together. And when you're out there looking at partners right now, or situations, is how am I building something that's greater than me, that's going to last beyond me, right? Stop thinking about like just today. It's what am I leaving behind for the future generations? Very fertile abundance, especially with Empress energy. So this is Taurus, this is Venus, this is Libra. This is saying, okay, we have everything we could ever want and more, right? Sacred, Divine Mother. So creating the bigger picture right now. And this is a challenge, right? If we want something new, we have to envision it, right? To bring it into our reality. This is where you have to be kind of delulu. Be like, I don't know what this fantasy feels like, but if I were to have it in my reality, what does it feel like in my body? Sometimes you do have to be like, okay, I don't know what love feels like, but if love actually felt like I wanted it to, how does it feel in my body? Does my heart feel constricted, or does it feel relaxed and happy and calm and sure and steady? So start building a brighter future. Use your imagination if you have to, right? Okay, so 5 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. This is, okay, 5 of Swords is chaos, fighting. You're like, oh, I can't keep doing this. So 5 of Swords is finally saying, we've had enough with this fighting. We can't keep doing this. 7 of Pentacles, you may be, when I see this, it's diversification of funds, right? This is realizing there are going to be multiple different ways to be able to bring in steadiness or abundance, or whether it be through trading, bartering, whether it be through whatever ways that you can. I love it because on TikTok I saw tattoo artists being like, hey, if you don't have money, I will trade this for a tattoo of equal value. I was like, that's how we start making teamwork to make the dream work, right? It's how do we take our talents and barter for things that we either need or want. So this is, though, 7 of Pentacles is the diversification, being able to look at all of the different ways and routes that you're going to be able to support yourself. And 5 of Swords, getting out of your head about it, because this feels almost as if you feel guilty for being able to do the things that others can't, yet you have done the work, right? You've put yourself in the positions, you've worked your butt off, right? So 90, part of it is do influencing, but you have to do it from your heart, right? You have to do authenticity. People want to see what you actually look like IRL, because social media is huge at being fake. That's why, like, I laugh, I cry, I try to be as real as hell over here, because people don't want to see perfect and made up. They want to see, like, no, we all have real life things. So as far as influencing, what I'm going to tell you is, have a job or have something you do as a side hustle, but also when you're releasing content, don't stress so much about making it look perfect. I want you to focus on it actually being real and authentic to your life. Even if it's scary, even if it's hard, like, do the fucking weird thing that you like to do, because somebody is waiting for you to do it, right? And like, I speak from, because I've dealt with so many different creators from all over the world, right? I had one little girl in Australia, and she sent me one of her videos, and I was like, that's freaking awesome. Like, I foresee with her, I was like, I foresee you being like a filmmaker. Like, I foresee us like meeting one day and being like, I remember when, kind of thing. So but do the thing, even if because with her and I had talked about it, she's like, this is totally out of my wheelhouse. Nobody that I knew supported me. She's like, but it had such great popularity out there actually on the internet, because people were looking for, like, they didn't know that they needed that thing until she had done it, but it was something that was very niche to her. And people around her told her, like, oh, that's dumb, and she did it anyway, and she had great success. Hopefully that all makes sense, and that, like, let me know, right? And hey, Larry, how are you? So 5 of Swords, getting out of your head. 7 of Pentacles, being willing to see all the different ways that you can capitalize off of what you're trying to do, right? Sometimes I release videos of, like, me doing cat Reiki. Like, Reiki is where you do energy flow to people, places, things, animals. So sometimes I post videos of me doing cat Reiki, where I'm like grooming them and petting them, and it's like a time lapse, and those videos are relaxing, right? You put some nice, but it's do the weird thing. Do the thing that makes your little heart happy. And I also like to say this, right? Even if you have 3 views, if your message or the thing that you had to put out reached the correct person, even though there were only 3 people that saw it, you've done what you came here to do. It's not always about the popularity. It's not always about the numbers. It's not about the money. It's like, did you deliver the message to the person that needed it right in that moment? Little miracles are huge miracles for others. I always tell people as well, like, when we talk about that thing that's really hard for us, right? it takes us out of that prison, that mental prison. We're like, oh my gosh, this thing has kept me in prison forever. No, when you talk about it, it no longer keeps you in prison, because you're like, I can talk about this and I'm not, it didn't end me. So this part of it, when you say the thing out loud, like I say, it takes you out of that prison of it. Thank you, baby, for the rose. But it also allows other people around you that maybe haven't been able to speak about it yet out loud, or that don't know that it's happened to them yet. Like, it frees them as well. So I love to tell people, you don't know how your story is going to be someone else's liberation manifesto. Like, when you speak on that thing that you didn't think you could overcome, someone else is going to be like, oh my gosh, I thought I was the only one. And then it turns around and it's like grabbing their hand. I hope that this all makes sense to you, but this is even my experience. Like, when I talked about the hard thing, then other people go, me too. And then I'm like, okay, well, here, let me grab your hand. And then they're able to share their story, and then they're able to liberate people behind them. So influencing doesn't always look like influencing like popularity. Influencing sometimes is like, your story allowed other people to escape their own prison because you were brave enough to stand up and say the thing, do the thing, be the thing. Other people were able to do it too. Please let me know if that resonates. All right. In Doxicali, you have to, I'm going to say something that's boo, but if you want to get information on it, come sit with me, because I'm going to tell you to do some shadow work. Fall in love with you, right? You have to love you and make sure that you're good before your love life is going to become good, because you have to know how to teach others how to love you appropriately so you have a successful long-term love life, right? Let me know if you're in and if that resonates. Yeah. Probably gonna hop out pretty soon because it's kind of quiet. It's been a busy day for me. I did want to hop in and stream today because this is probably about one of my last streams from this location, and don't know where we're going from there, and that's okay too. So, alright guys, I will catch you later. Bye.